Back here on Most Buffalo with Mostly Interesting, and of course we have to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show, so it is time to discuss. Let's see a little bit. Usher performed some of his top hits like Caught Up, Yeah, Confessions Part 2. He jammed so many of the hits in there, and he was also joined by so many surprise guests: Alicia Keys, Lil Jon, Ludacris, will.i.am. I didn't even realize he was out there.
No, he was great.
And Usher is no stranger to Las Vegas. He recently finished a 100-show residency. He's about to go on a world tour. He is coming to Toronto in September if you are interested. But I loved it. It was such a spectacle from start to finish. You could see the Vegas inspiration right off the bat with the dancers, and it just ended with a club scene pretty much. And he's always been fit, but he still is that fit.
I forgot how good of a dancer he is.
Yeah, and the roller skating, so impressive.
Oh yeah, that was amazing too. I would not do that
Risky,
live.
I know, but he was ready to go. You could tell he was prepared, and he put on a spectacle, and that's what you want from the Super Bowl. You want a show.
Yeah, I don't understand when people are critical on that. What do you expect? That was pretty amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, they packed a lot of fun in there, and again, I can't put on roller skates in 15 minutes.
Well, let alone and how quickly he had to change. I did mention Friday. I was hoping Justin Bieber might come out among the slew of performers, but he was there watching. So. And there was so much packed in there, you didn't miss anyone that wasn't there.
Usher may be a future Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. The nominees are in for this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction class. They were announced over the weekend. 10 of the 15 nominees are first-timers. That includes Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey. Ozzy is in there with Black Sabbath, but this will be his first time.
How's he not in there?
Yeah, he can go in as a solo artist now. Cher, the Dave Matthews Band, Eric B. and Rakim. Foreigner, shockingly, is not in there, and many more. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame says this list of nominees reflects the diverse artists and music that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame honors and celebrates. We got the full list on WGRZ.com, by the way. The 2024 induction class will be announced in April. Those are the nominees, and there'll be a ceremony for that in Cleveland this fall. It's always up to debate. Are there some of these rock and roll artists like Dolly Parton in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Didn't she say I shouldn't be in it?
Yeah. Sade is nominated for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So I don't know. It's one of those things. What's rock and roll to you?
Yeah, I like to see Mariah Carey on there because she's so iconic.
Okay, but that'll
historic.
Be she's an iconic singer.
Right.
She's obviously a legendary performer and songwriter, but Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, who knows?
And I know you're a Dave Matthews fan.
What was that?
I know you're a Dave Matthews fan.
My older daughter got me into Dave Matthews Band. So yeah, I'm very much into them, and I hope they get in.
And Lenny Kravitz, how is he not in there yet?
That seems kind of silly too. But again, like Stevie Nicks is in with Fleetwood Mac and as a solo artist, and now it appears Ozzy will be in twice with Black Sabbath, and now as a solo artist.
More to come in April, and that was your music block of the day. We're just 2 days away.